What's up, guys? This is Ryan Iron by Bikini here. Um, just trying to get a couple of workouts like some burpees or push ups, just a couple of things just to keep myself motivated. Um, One thing I want to talk about is like uh, planning. I think the most, the biggest misconception people make is like when they don't plan something out or have that times or mindset of having a regimen of workouts or whatever it is. I think the biggest misconception with that is poor planning, not being able to um, fit that plan into their daily lifestyle or routine. Um, I think planning is just a huge component to whatever you're doing. Like for example, if you're that person who's never run in their life, um, say if you decide to do something like 2 miles, start 2 miles every other day. Maybe run like 2 miles every other day, say Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Start from there. Um, you know, you gotta stick with it. I mean, you're just doing it on a. If you're an on and off person, it, you're not gonna get anywhere. You're gonna. It's gonna be harder than it is. So my suggestion is just to have a plan to start with a plan and being able to um, stick with it. Being able to you know if you have a plan, it'll make it so much easier and maybe more exciting than just say like a. And this just goes for like weightlifting too. I'm not the biggest guy. I'm not the I'm just I'm a runner and I'm also I like to mix in some strength training once in a while. But you gotta stick with a game plan. You can't just go out there and just do random stuff because you're not gonna get any results you want. Even as hard as you work, and if you're not going on a plan, then I'm sorry, but that's not gonna. You can't get the results that you expect because that's biologically not gonna happen. Um, yeah. So my advice to you all is just to stick with a game plan. Go by a coach or something. Stick with what you think is gonna be good, even though if it's boring at first. There's there's some things that are gonna be boring. I mean, for me, like I like to run, but there's some days that I'm just like, man, I really don't want to go run right now, or man, I really don't want to do this workout. But I do it. I get the work done. I just do it, and in the long term, it's rewarded. It's worth it in the long run. In the end, so I suggest to you all is just to get the work done, plan out your schedule, take it little by little, and you know, stick with it. Don't be that on and off person, all scattered around. Just stick with what you're doing right now. If you're loving it, there's gonna be highs and low. There's gonna be high moments and there's gonna be low moments. But in the long term, hopefully, um, it'll work out for the best. And guys, don't worry about failure either. If if you say make a mistake in one thing, that doesn't mean you're gonna fail for the rest of the time. If you make a little mistake or something like that, you're not gonna fail. You're gonna, that's just it's probably a motivation to get you back on the track and try better next time. And for me, I've talked about in the past that perfection. I really don't think you can really touch perfection, but you can get closer and closer to it, but you don't actually get there because we can get we can get better and better if we keep growing our minds and bodies into doing what we love, and that's amazing what the human mind and body are capable of. Um, if if we focus so much on trying to be perfect at everything, then what's the point in doing those exercises? It's kind of boring, but You need to stick with the regiments, man. People, stick with them, and you know, you'll make good work. Wherever you stand, wherever you're at, you're not alone. You can do anything you set your mind to. All of you can. Like I've said, I've hit highs and lows. There's some moments where I'm like, man, I really don't want to do a workout right now, but when I do it, you know, it's rewarded. And if you feel like that person who can't do that, don't overwhelm yourself with something bigger than you think. Keep breaking down, break it down smaller and smaller, and eventually, hopefully, you'll build up gradually. Don't overwhelm yourself with something so big. You just make it smaller than it is. Say if you want to work up to like I don't know, a 5K race, which is 3 miles. Start with if you can run, say, a half mile, even half mile to, I don't know, a half mile or 800 meters, if you can do that at whatever pace, no matter how slow it is. If you just even if you walk it, that's fine too. Yeah, just do it little by little. It doesn't have to be running, even like I've talked about. It could be anything that you desire. Just even art or music. Start out small and work your way up to the very top if you can. That's my advice to all you guys. This is Raymond Myron by McKinney. I hope this advice helps you all.